Alrighty then, 8.2, analyzing arithmetic sequences in series. Arithmetic sequences in series. So first of all, again, the arithmetic sequence is the difference of consecutive terms. In an arithmetic sequence, the difference of consecutive terms is constant. This constant difference is called the common difference. It's denoted by the letter D. Common difference is denoted by the letter D. So finding the nth term of an arithmetic sequence, we're going to do something like this. This right here is nth, whatever the nth term is. This is the value of the nth term. This is the value of the first term. N is the nth term, whether it's the 6th term, 7th term, 20th term, 30th term, 50th term, 176th term. D is the common difference. D is the common difference. But denoted by the letter D. Okay, there we go. And then we have arithmetic series is formed by adding the terms of an arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic series, you're going to be adding the terms of the arithmetic sequence. The sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic series is given by this formula. So the sum of the first n terms, whether it's the first 20 terms, 30 terms, 40 terms, 50 terms, whatever n is, that's the value of n. This is the value of the first term. This is the value of the nth term, whether the nth term is the 20th term or 50th or 60th. So basically, and then you divide by 2. This is just taking the value of the first and last term in that sequence and add them together. So you get an average difference, and then you multiply the letter n. Okay, and that right there is the value of the first term. This right here is the value of the nth term. Okay. Put this in your notebooks. And now let's do some practice problems. Numero 4. Question number 4. Tell whether the sequence is arithmetic and explain your reasoning. Excuse me. Is it arithmetic or is it not arithmetic? So here in this case, minus 6, minus 6, minus 6, minus... Oh, yes. The constant difference is 6. Minus 6, minus 6, minus 6, minus 6. It's arithmetic. The constant difference equals negative 6. Boom, done. Put a box around it, you're done. Put a ring on it. Okay, boom, done. Next one. Question. Tell whether the sequence is arithmetic. Explain your reasoning. So here we're subtracting 12. Subtracting 12, subtracting 6, subtracting 3, subtracting 1.5. That's not constant, so it's not arithmetic. Not arithmetic. There is no common difference. There is no common difference. Well, I put common difference here and I wrote constant difference there. You can put common or constant. Beep. There's no constant difference. That's not constant. So therefore, it's not arithmetic. Question 14. Write a rule for the nth term of the sequence and find the 20th term. Find the value of the 20th term. So write a rule, write a formula. The book says, write a rule for the arithmetic sequence. It's another way of saying, find a formula for that sequence. The first term has a value of 7. The second term has a value of 12. The third term has a value of 17. The fourth term has a value of 22. Okay, so we're going to use that formula. We don't know we don't know what this is, but we have to fill in all this stuff. The first term is 7. N minus 1. Whatever the nth term is, we don't know. And the common difference in this case, we're adding 5, adding 5, and okay, we're adding 5, adding 5, adding 5. The common distance is 5. And we're multiplying by 5. Okay? So here, according to this, D, the common difference is 5, so it's this times D. So we're going to take this and simplify it to get our formula. The book says, write a rule, find a formula. Okay? So 7 plus, that's 5n minus 5. And that's going to be 5n. These two are like terms. Combine those two and you get those. There's our formula. Now it says, number 14, find a sub 20. Find a sub 20. Find the value of the 20th term. So the 20th term. What's the value of the 20th term? Well, when a is 20, 5 times 20 plus 2. It's a 5, not an S. 5 times 20 is 100. Plus 2 is 102. So there we go. This is your rule, or the formula, 5n plus 2. And the 20th term is 102. The 20th term has a value of 102. Bam! Done. Next question is question number 100. What is this? What the heck? Are we? Oh, you know what would make this easier? And the first term has a value of -2. The second term has a value of -5/4. The third term has a value of -1/2. The fourth term has a value of 1/4. Huh. Instead of writing mixed terms like this, it's probably easier if I wrote this all in fractions. So the denominator is 4. I'll make the denominator 4. So if you write this with a common denominator of 4, all these common denominators are going to be 4 now. So that would be -8/4. This would be -5. That would be -2/4. That's 1 +1/4. Now it's probably easier to see a pattern here. So the bottom number is always 4. The top number adding 3, adding 3, adding 3. So there's a constant difference of we're adding 3/4, adding 3/4. We're adding 3/4. Adding 3/4, adding 3/4. Yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. So we're going to use our formula. Okay. First term has a value of -2. N minus 1. N minus 1 times D. D is 3/4. It's a common difference. Okay. And simplify. Simplify that mess. -2. That is 3/4 times n minus 3/4. Combine these two and you get, I'll put it over here, -2 and 3/4 plus 3/4 n. Probably write it better this way. 3/4 n minus 2 and 3/4. There we go. This right here is going to be the, put that underneath there. Okay. There's our rule. There's our rule. That's our rule. This is our formula. Now find a sub 20. Find a sub 20. What's the value of the 20th term? So when n is 20, 20. So we have 3/4 times 20 minus 2 and 3/4. 20 times this 4 goes in that 5, that's 15, minus 2 and 3/4. 15 minus 3 is 12, 12 1/4. So 12 1/4 is equal to that. There we go. Boom. So right here, what we have now is a failure to communicate. Sorry, Luke. He's cool. And a hand. 3/4 n minus 2 3/4. This is our rule. This is our formula. And the 20th term has a value of 12 1/4. Boom. Next, número 22. 22. And it says, write a rule for the nth term of the sequence. Then graph it. Write a rule for the nth term of the sequence. Write a rule. What? Why don't they just say write a formula? Hi, they don't. That's what we have to live with. That's the way they do this. Find a formula. Well, we know the formula is this. Minus 1 times d. There's our formula. Sorry, that's an n. There's our formula. The nth term. We know n is 13. The 13th term has a value of 42. The 13th term has a value of 42. So n is going to be 13. 42. The 13th term is a value of 42. So 42 goes here. 42. We don't know what that is. D, we know what D is, 4. So the only thing we don't know here is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. 42 equals this plus 48. So minus 48 is a sub 1. When you subtract 48 on both sides, you get -6. That means our first term in this sequence, the first term in the sequence has a value of -6. The second term in the sequence, we're just adding 4, is this plus 4 is -2. The third term, the fourth term, add 4, you get 2. Add 4, you get 6. Add 4, you get 10, and so on and so on. The first term has a value of -6. Second term has a value of -2. Third term has a value of 2. Okay. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. So, have we found a rule yet? Nope. So go back to here. Our first term is now -6. So I'll do it right. I'll do it here. -6 plus n minus 1 times d. D we know D is 4. Now simplify this. Oh, it just fell. Let's try that again. Too many noises. Come on. There we go. Moves off to September. That's a -6. That is 4n. That is a -4. That becomes 4n. These are like terms, minus 10. There is our... Ooh, now did I lose something here? One page way over there. One chapter fell out. 8.4. Come on. So it happens from the hospital. There we go. I lost my place. Where are we here? 0.3. Here we go. 24. So how do we have to do 24? Write a rule for this. We got it. There's our rule. 4 minus 10. And then you're going to graph it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's your -6, -2, 2, 6. So we're going to start at Let's start at negative 10. Negative 10. And start at negative 5, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5. First term has a value of negative 6. Second term has a value of negative 2. Negative 2 to be right down there. Third term has a value of 2. Right around there. Fourth term has a value of 6. Fifth term has a value of 10. So that should be a straight line when you do this. You graph this, that should be a straight line. Okay. And last one, we have question number. Okay, write a rule for this. It says find the formula. So the 21st term has a value of negative 46 and D is negative 3. So we're going to take this formula. We're going to say the value of the 21st term is negative 46. So the 21st term, the 21st term has a value of negative 46. There we go. Value of the first term, don't know. Okay. And do we know what n is? Yes, it's 21. Do we know what d is? Yep, it's negative 3. Okay, and then we're going to solve this. And by the way, don't make this mistake that I just made. I hope you can find the mistake I just made. The last thing I wrote. This right here, yes, the common difference is negative 3. That part is true. Here's where I made my mistake. This right now is 20. There's a problem when you come back. You don't see it at the moment, but I see it. If you've been doing this for a while, you can see the mistake. It's this minus 3. We don't want this minus 3. We don't want 17. It's this times D. It's this times D. That's why you need those parentheses there. You can make a huge mistake right there, so be careful. So 20 times negative 3, so that's negative 60. The value of the first term, don't know that yet. So this plus negative 60 equals negative 46. Hey, there's only one variable remaining. We can solve. We add 60 to both sides of the equation. A sub 1 equals, that's 14. So that means the first term has a value of 14. So 14 plus n minus 1 times d. D is negative 3. So right now we're going back and finding, according to the book, it says write a rule. It says find a formula. Again, I made the same mistake here. I forgot to put parentheses. Make sure you put parentheses in there if that's important. Yes, it makes a difference. Now we distribute plus 3n. That's a minus 3n actually. Minus 3. Okay. Hope you found that. That actually should be a plus 3. That's a minus 3n. Minus 3n. These combined together should be 17. Whoops. So there's our formula. Let's see if it works. So, excuse me. When you get this, let's try our first term. When n is 1, we should get a 14. When n is 1, we should get a 14. So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 17, and that gives us 14. Nice. We got a 14, which is what we wanted. Let's see. I'm just double checking here. Our 21st term should have a value of negative 46. So I'm going to take this formula, and hopefully we're going to get a negative 46 out of it. Negative 3 when n is 21. 3 times that is negative 63. And this plus this, 20, negative 43, negative 46. And that's what, there we go, it works. So our formula, where to go? Here is our formula. There's our answer. This is the rule according to what the book says, find the rule. I'm telling you, find the formula. It's the same thing, okay? There you go, that's it. Good luck. Bye, guys.